4 guaranteed ways to double the revenue in your business this year. Big promise, listen in. Let me cover them for you. And if you apply these 4, get ready to double the revenue in your business this year. That's my promise. It's a big promise, I know, but it's absolutely doable if you follow these 4. Even if you do 2 or 3 of them and you do them well, you could still double the revenue in your business. Get ready. Here's the first one. Bring more members into your business. If you run a dance, gymnastics, martial arts, yoga, Pilates, CrossFit, any in-person fitness class-based business where you have people come in weekly to your classes to pay you to teach them something and give them a workout, then getting more members is the first way to build your revenue. And I know how ridiculously simple and obvious that is. And the next 3, numbers 2, 3, and 4 might not be quite so obvious, so stick with me. But hear me out, because I hear people all the time, and especially when people get stuck, very often business owners in our industry, and all businesses really, get stuck. They get to 100, 200, 300, 400,000 revenue in that sort of range, and they hit a growth ceiling. They hit a limit on moving to the next level in the business. And often they can't quite understand why, and they're looking in all the wrong places and doing all the wrong things. And ultimately, one of the things they need at that stage is systematized marketing and selling to new members. A process and a system that doesn't require you. So if you buggered off on holiday for a month, it would still happen. If you took your eye off it for a couple of months, it would still happen. The systems and the people do it and bring people in. So the number 1 way for you to generate more revenue and double the revenue in your business is simply to bring in more members. But ask yourself this, before you dismiss this as super simple and ridiculous and say, come on, Tim, tell me something I don't know. Remind yourself to take a good look at your business. How many new members are you bringing in each month? How many are you losing each month? How many are you bringing in each month? And then if the numbers are roughly the same, you're going to stand still. If you're bringing in less than you lose, of course, you're going to go backwards. If you're bringing in slightly more than you lose, if you keep bringing that amount in, as the amount of students goes up, eventually the percentage gain will actually level you out again. So you've got to, as a business owner, get clear on what's the number that you need each month ongoing to facilitate the growth of your business, and then build systems and processes and teams and people that will go and execute on that number and make that happen month in, month out. That is the number 1 way. The second thing for you to do to double the revenue in your business this year is charge your customers more. Again, I know, crazy, simple, obvious, but listen, I know, because I speak to owners in our industries all the time, dance, martial arts, gymnastics, yoga, Pilates. I know how much we struggle, because I've struggled with it too. We so struggle to put the prices up. And I think often because we get to know our students so well. It's one of those few businesses where we're face to face with our customers all the time, and we build a personal relationship with them. And when we feel uncomfortable asking for more money. But listen, if you're not putting your prices up, and there's a few different ways to do this, and I'll come back to that in a mo, then you are going to get ravaged by increased costs as you grow. You're going to get ravaged by taxation as you get into higher tax brackets. Inflation will start to eat away, all rising costs on everything you pay for within your business. There's all these levers being pulled that you can't control that are eating your margin away and making you less profitable as a business. And all the while you're arguing for the case of, oh, but I've always had it this price and I don't want to put my prices up. Well, listen, if you want to double the revenue in your business, you've got to start treating your business like a business and not like a part-time hobby thing over here on the side. And businesses all do the same. You go and check your phone company and other places. Prices go up. It's a natural part of life. Inflation happens, things get more expensive year in, year out. And any business that stands the test of time will put their prices up once a year. Now, you might want to keep your current members because you love them and you don't want to put their price up. You might keep them on the same price, up to you. I would recommend you could put theirs up too, but certainly be putting the prices up each year for new members coming in. So at least you're getting that extra revenue. That is the second way then you can guarantee to double your revenue this year. If you just took those first 2, let's say at the moment you have 100 members in your business, whatever it is, CrossFit, dance, martial arts, and they're all paying $75 a month. So you've got $7,500 dropping in a month. So if you just did those first 2, 3 and 4 are phenomenal. You're gonna love them. But if you just did the first 2, you could double the revenue in your business comfortably this year. So for example, let's say you're charging $75 a month for someone to train with you at the moment, and you've got 100 members. So that's $7,500 per month coming in from those 100 members for that training. If you increase the price to 100 and you put another 50 members into your business, now you've got 150 people paying you 100. You've got 15,000 popping in rather than 7.5. You've doubled your revenue just by adding 50% more students and adding 33.3% to the price of training with you. Make sense? Nice and simple, easy ways to generate more revenue, but you will likely have a belief blocker that you don't want to charge people more. They've been loyal to you. You don't want to do it. You feel uncomfortable asking. It's up to you if you want to let those beliefs and blocks hold you back. My experience of watching lots of people in our industries change their prices, of me going through it many times, is that you will rarely get complaints and negative feedback on it. If you've got 100 members, as long as you do it well and you do it with respect and you communicate it clearly and you explain why, and you're not doubling the price or anything massively dramatic, generally you'll probably get maybe 1 or 2 customers might comment, maybe a couple leave. They were probably on their way out anyway. Again, you can hold on to the belief blockers if you want, but if you want the growth, if you want to build the next level of your business and generate more revenue and more profit for your business, those 2 ways alone will do it. But let's get on to number 3. So the third way that you can double the revenue in your business this year, I promise you, it's possible. If you do 1, 2, 3, and 4, I guarantee you can easily double the revenue in your business this year. And if you watch the expenses, you can potentially double your profits, certainly 1.5 times it, right? So, certainly 1.5 times it. So the third way that you can double your revenue in your business this year is to have your customers, have your members, students, however you refer to them, have them pay you faster. And what I mean by that, not like there's a lightning transaction through the ether, I mean compress the window in which they pay for a period of training. So let's say, for example, it's $100 a month they're paying, and they pay it per month over 12 months. So over 12 months, you collect $1,200. What if you could say to that customer, well, we'll give you a bit of a discount if you pay it now. So you pay for a year in advance, or pay for 2 years in advance. Or these workshops we're running, we got 10 workshops, they're $50 each, that's $500. If you buy them all now, we'll let you have them for $400. Anything, gradings in martial arts and dance very often. If you run sort of any grading criteria system, you can have them prepay those. So an amazing revenue stream for your business, not to be overlooked, is anything that they can be paying for in the future. You can offer your members a chance to pay it faster, i.e. pay now for the next 10 things or the next 12 months. I'll give you a discount, I'll give you some sort of bonus or benefit for doing it. You get a ton of cash flow into your business, and for the percentage of customers that want to do that, they get a great offer. Belief blocker around this I want to share with you, because the belief blockers are important, because I can tell you all the things to do, but I know the blocks then that come up in people's mind. Whenever I talk to people about this and coach my clients on doing these sorts of things, often the blocks are, they feel that they'll be considered to be salesy to their team or their members. They feel like it's just uncomfortable asking. They feel like they're being greedy or will be perceived as greedy. And they're kind of all these belief blockers. I understand why they come up, but they're all unnecessary and not true. Really, if you're trying to create something of value for your members, another belief blocker that comes up is people do a generalized statement like, well, my students won't buy that. People won't buy that. And the truth to that is that some will, not all will, of course, but if you put a great offer out to your student body and 10% take it, great. You know, if the thing you're offering is $1,000 upfront to buy it, and you offer it to 100 members and 10 of them buy it, you've just collected $10,000. Nice revenue for the business, right? So the belief blocker often is that, well, people won't buy that. But our job is, if we want to generate more revenue, we want to double the revenue in our business this year, remember, is the promise, then find ways in your business where you can have people pay faster. So they can pay now for services or products they get in the future, and then you watch your revenue stack up in the business. So the fourth and final thing that you can do to make sure you double the revenue in your business this year, if you choose to, is you can create extra things to sell to your members. So the first one was, we can get more members, just get more people paying you each month to train with you. Secondly, increased prices, put the price up for that training, generate more revenue. Thirdly, we can ask people to compress their payments. They can pay now for things they're going to consume in the future. And then fourth, you can create extra things to sell to your members, programs and services and experiences that your members will love and a percentage of them will want to buy. Let me give you some examples. So we run an instructor training program. We call it our EIP, Elite Instructor Program, where we invite students onto a training program that they stay on for years on end, where we develop them into an assistant in the class and then onto instructorship and then onto senior instructorship over time. And we run this through our kickboxing programs, through our dance programs, and we've just launched a yoga business. We're going to be doing exactly the same through the yoga business as well. And that part of our business generated around just shy of $500,000 worth of business last year, to give you an idea. That was extras that we created something of value. And not only does it create value for them and us financially, obviously it's the future of the business. We have all these fabulous people coming through training to be instructors. We also run camps. We run kickboxing camps and dance camps, and we will be doing yoga retreats as well, where we take a bunch of students, dozens, sometimes 100, 120, and we hire a hotel and we take them away for an experience on a weekend. Generally, they pay around £450, £500 English. For my US currency-based friends, maybe $600-ish sort of range. And we take them away and they have bed, breakfast, lunch and dinner, a couple of nights in a hotel, time away from family, time away from work commitments. And we go like 12 hours of training and we get guest instructors and we have physio-led warm-ups and cool downs. Like, it's an amazing experience. And we get a bunch of our students buy that. And it's a great revenue producer for the business. We sold a couple $100,000 worth of those last year to our students. Amazing for revenue, amazing experience for the students who want to come, and creates great opportunities for the team that get to go run them as well. Other things we have, of course, equipment, clothing, gradings, workshops. Here's some of the belief blockers that come up for people whenever I coach people on this. Again, one of those major belief blockers I hear is people say, oh yeah, but no one will buy that. My people won't buy that, or people won't buy that. We put this general umbrella term on all of our members. I speak to clients sometimes who have 300 or 400 members and they say, oh yeah, my students won't buy that. So you're telling me, you can tell me categorically that it's 100% true, no doubt, that all 300 people will say no to the thing you're thinking of offering them. Is that really true? And obviously with a bit of fun and a bit of poking and a bit of challenging, we get down to the truth where they realize that was a blanket silly statement to make. And of course some of their members will. And the beauty with these extras is you don't need all your members to buy them. You don't even want all your members to buy them necessarily. You just create something of value that some of your members will want to buy. Like, we don't get all of our members come on our camps. We don't get all of our members join our instructor training program. We don't get all of our members grade. We don't get all of our members buying kit. We get a percentage of them decide to take us up on our offer. And then we have a wonderful side part to the business where we generate a ton more revenue. At this point in time, recording this, for every dollar we make on students paying for their monthly, weekly training classes, we make about another 75 cents on top through selling the instructor training programs, the franchises, the camps, the retreats, the gradings, and all the other things we do. So it's a huge part of our business. We turned over 2.5 million last year. Around $1 million of that was the extras, where 1.5-ish was the actual classes we offer each week. So there you have it. There's the 4 ways that you can double the revenue in your business this year. Really, it's kind of the only 4 things you can do in your business to make more money is get more members paying you, charge your members more, get them to pay you faster, and then create programs and products and services outside of their weekly classes that you can offer to them. And if you do all 4, miraculous things will happen. If you're turning over a couple $100,000 a year at the moment, you could easily hit $400,000 a year, literally in the next 12 months. If you're at $500,000 a year, you could get to $1 million in the next 12 months. But it has to be done correctly and it has to be done with integrity. And obviously you want to create things that really give value, especially with the number 4, where we're talking about creating extra things to sell. Make sure it's something that you put some heart and soul and some care and some attention into putting together. Get some customer feedback, do some market research with your students as well. Build something with integrity and with love and excellence and pride that you want to really give them, or you think will really bring value to their life. And ultimately build systems and processes which take care of these 4 steps. And if you don't want to go all in, gung-ho, all 4, and certainly a good way to do it often is just pick one. Take one of those 4 areas, Go get your head around it. Watch out for the belief blockers. You'll have all sorts of beliefs and thinking come up that stops you thinking it's a good idea and makes you not want to confront your fears and go ahead and make the statement, make the communication, make the offer. Watch out for those belief blockers and just pick one and go and implement and see what happens to your revenue when you put your prices up, or you systematize more students coming in so you grow your numbers, or you offer new products and services out, or you give your students an option to pay faster and make some savings or get some sort of bonus for doing that. Watch what happens, and then you'll get excited, and then you can go put the second, third, fourth into place. Do whatever you like with it, but if you want to double your revenue this year, there's how to do it. I guarantee you, if you do all 4 of those, you will double your revenue over the next 12 months if you do it, and you do it with excellence, and you do it with pride, and you do it with heart and care for your members, and you do it properly. You will double the revenue in your business this year.